Michael, last week I had this person come into my office. Now, they had filed bankruptcy and everything was all cleared. Then they started getting these letters from the IRS, and all of a sudden, they get a CP504. What are these letters for? The language seems very different, and it is fairly threatening. It scared them. They gave me a call. What can I tell them, or what can we do to help them?
You know, that's a really good question. IRS, from my understanding, sent out about 2 million in the last month, CP504s. And my guess is if you got one of those notices and you were home, you had to sign for it, or just so you know, it's a certified notice, and that should scare you because as an agent, IRS is ready to take action. You should understand that those letters go out systematically. There's nobody actually working that at IRS yet, but at the end of that 30-day letter, this is what's going to happen. You may get a federal tax lien, you may get a wage garnishment, or you may get a bank levy. So IRS sends this letter out as saying, hey, we're sending out certified, this is a big deal, these are fireworks for you, you have 30 days for you to call them, which is okay, or you contact somebody like Josh. Let me tell you though, what happens, and listen, I don't care whether you do this yourself or not, but you have to understand this. When you call IRS, IRS is going to take your financial statement. For most people who call IRS, Josh, they wind up with a big payment agreement because they don't know what the national standards are. Josh is going to explain to you now what those standards are and why, if you're going to call by yourself, which you shouldn't do, what are those national standards, Josh?
The IRS has a national standard by the Department of Labor that's very specific, and they do some of them for the whole nation, but many of them local to your state and actually your actual county.
And if you want to know what those national standards are, this is what you Google. IRS national standards for, let me repeat it, you're going to Google IRS national standards for food and clothing, for housing and utilities, for car payments, and what you actually for car expenses. And they're going to be very low because the Department of Labor not only takes where you live, but your entire county. And when you take that into consideration, Josh, it drops down significantly, doesn't it?
Yeah. The standards are abysmally low. Nobody could live on the amount that the IRS says are standards for living, but that's what you get to deduct. So you can't deduct everything. You can deduct the national standards.
Yeah, so anyway, at the end of the day, at the end of that 30-day letter, the best thing that you can do is have a professional stand between you and the IRS, because when they look at your financial statement, 3 things are going to happen. Only 3 things. A, you're going to either want to look at your financial statement, they're either going to put you in hardship, currently non-collectible. They may say, hey, you're going to get on a payment plan you're not going to like, or you can file for an offer and compromise to settle your debt for pennies on a dollar. But Josh, before they settle for pennies on a dollar, what do they need to know?
Before you settle for pennies on the dollar, you need to know there's a special application for that, and there's a lot of details that go into the offer and compromise. Probably 25 to 30% of the people that apply for that program get approved. All the other ones are denied. How many got approved last year?
In the entire United States, only 13,000 offer and compromise were accepted. On my team and our team is Peter Salinger. Peter has looked at over 3,500 offers and compromise. He was a supervisor. He was the first level to sign off. So if you're going to even consider settling your debt for pennies on a dollar, you really need to go to true experts and not salespeople. So many times, if some of you people are shopping and they call us and they say, well, this company said that, we have to be truthful with them, don't we, Josh?
Right, and we look at your case from your perspective. Everybody's tax situation is unique and different. So we want to get the best outcome for you to get you the best exit strategy from your tax problem possible. Yeah. So click on the link below to schedule a free 30-minute consultation, or give us a call at 763-477-4205. And like Mike said, take advantage of the fact we've got Peter, we've got Michael, we've got tax attorneys, we've got the best staff on our team to help you get the best exit strategy possible.
And Josh, when they call you, you know, sometimes you are very humble and you come across like chopped liver. Could you explain who you are so they know a little about you too?
I am an enrolled agent, which there's probably 64,000.
What is an enrolled agent actually
It's someone
mean?
who's licensed to practice before the IRS in audits, collections, and appeals. I'm also like a super enrolled agent. Pretty special. I'm a United States tax tort practitioner. Nobody knows what that means, but I'm a person who's passed an exam, so I'm licensed to practice before the U.S. tax court as if I were an attorney without being an attorney. And I'm a tax expert. So fairly unique qualifications. I serve this unique niche of people who have tax problems that need to get them resolved with the IRS.
And also, Josh, you do state work, so just know that. Josh does everything across the United States. So it's really a pleasure to be on this team. We are very honest, we're trustworthy. We have never had a complaint ever filed against us ever, and we all get golden reviews. So thank you so much for listening, Josh. I love being on your team.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your help, Mike. I hope this has been helpful, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.